Welcome back to this 2014 Shop.ca World Team Championships here at White Oaks in Niagara-on-the-Lake. This court has seen some great action already this week, and the first of the semi-finals certainly delivered on that score. England eventually coming through 2-1 against Hong Kong, China. And this next semi-final coming up, Egypt, the reigning champions and #1 seeds, taking on the very strong Malaysian team. And here's the lineup for this match. First onto court, Raneem El Welily, the world #3, taking on Nicol David, world #1 of course. And then #2 string, Nour El Shabini, the youngster, taking on Lo Wee Wern. And last but not least, the very experienced Omnea Abdelkawi against Malaysian #3, Delia Arnold. So I once again have the pleasure of Mr. Jonathan Power's company here in the commentary box. Jonathan, we saw a great semi-final this afternoon, but I think this one would have been the pick of the two beforehand. So hopefully another great 3 matches to look forward to.
Yeah, certainly everybody's been gearing up for this one. You got Malaysia, top player in the world with Nicol David. And then you've got Egypt, who's strong all the way through. Very exciting matches. I haven't seen a couple of the girls play. I've only heard from some of the girls around Canada, and they're very impressed with Raneem's game here. So I'm very excited to see her, and just watching her in the warm-up, her ball striking ability and her racket preparation is very fluid, and I like it. I like what I see. Let's get her going.
Time.
Yeah, she's got an incredible ability.
Time.
Shot making ability, great mover as well, very smooth. But a very formidable opponent here today, obviously. World #1, Nicol David.
Yeah.
The world #1 against the world #3. Doesn't get much better than that.
No, in fact, only one better than that. But yeah, this is going to be exciting.
And
the contrasting styles, I think, right? Like
very
Nicol
much
is so quick on the ball and plays such good squash around the tee and good pressure, versus an Egyptian-style player who's got all the shots in the
Nicol,
in the
very
game.
structured game. Very clear game plan. Slightly more predictable, but obviously very good at what she does. And then Raneem almost never plays the same shot from the same position.
Now, what's the head-to-head with these girls? Do you have that?
So they've played a lot, these two. The head-to-head is 16-3 to Nicol David. So Nicol has won the last 2 encounters, but they've played 3 times this year actually. Raneem getting a win at the Malaysian Open this August, winning in 4 games, and then taking her to 4 again at the US Open. So some close matches already this year.
Wow. So she beat her in the Malaysian Open at home, huh?
She did in KL. Nicol comes from Penang in the north of Malaysia, but obviously spends a lot of time in KL, has played a lot of squash there.
I just like the way Raneem is striking the ball. She's just ice cold, looking very relaxed, but focused as well. So
Yeah, you can almost already see that contrast in styles even when they're just warming up.
Oh, for sure. You
Nicol a meter forward in the court, trying to volley every ball.
Malaysia to serve.
A lot more
Raneem El Welily
wound
from
up,
Egypt to
and
receive best of 5 games.
so you can see how fast twitch she is with her muscles. She's on it so early. Great racket head speed.
So the world #1 serves in this first string match in the semi-final of the Women's World Team Championships.
Right away, both girls finding their backhand length. Just inches from the wall, every one. That's about the 10th or 11th one. Phenomenal whip.
So accurate already.
Great hold both. Oh, unfortunate. Great first rally. Finishes with an unforced error, but great control throughout that rally.
And that does bode well for this match. Very high quality already.
Sometimes it takes a bit of time for the players to establish their length, but both girls coming out of the gate. Good ball striking. That's a great defensive length. Right now just jockeying for position around the tee, exchanging good deep balls. Who's going to be the first girl to put the ball in? Nicol takes her in. Good defensive lob.
No let.
She's asked for a let, doesn't get it.
It
was a great counter drop by Raneem, and kind of wrong-footed Nicol.
And good signs here from Raneem El Welily, showing a lot of patience in these rallies. An area where she has tended to struggle in the past, wanting to go for that shot too early. And obviously when you're playing someone of Nicol David's capabilities, those opportunities don't come early. You have to be patient.
Yeah, and she took that one in a little early on that straight drop, and Nicol punished her for it, so you were right on that comment. That's a better drop, forcing the lob.
And Nicol obviously well aware of just how dangerous Raneem can be when she's given too much space and too much time.
3-1.
So she'll be looking to really keep the ball nice and accurate in the corners, force her into playing the type of squash she doesn't like playing, lengthening out those rallies.
Well, she didn't really commit to that behind the back shot. She kind of hesitated there. I thought she either has to go for the behind the back or run back and get it, and she kind of got caught in between the two shots there. But Nicol has come out firing. Great volley drop there.
And out 4-2.
Trying to take the time away from Raneem with that incredible shot-making ability that she has.
It's a great lob. Again goes back to the post. Catching Raneem for the second time already early in this match with that boast from the front of the court. You'd have to think that she's done that once or twice before to Raneem. It seems like a tactic. It's been her go-to shot. There it is again.
And Raneem not reading that.
6-2.
Just opening her up with that, and the replies are generally lobs, even if she does get there.
And she's opened up a quick lead here, 6-2 in the first game.
Yes, let.
It's the first length I think Nicol's missed in the first 8 rallies. Still only a let, 6-2. That's just great racket head speed. Jumped on that ball and thumped it cross court.
7-2.
Great counter drop. The match yesterday when we watched Nicol, it took her a little time to find her length, and not today. She's obviously put a high attention on Raneem and goes back to the boast for another winner, 8-2.
8-2.
And Raneem really needs to start pushing up the court when she takes her in
9-2.
short. She's not covering that counter attack. And the world number 1 taking charge of this first game.
I mean, they're both great strokers of the ball, but right now what I'm seeing is a difference in athleticism and pace. Raneem is still a very good mover, but Nicol is next level. There's the post again, good cross. Just going back to the post, opens her up, should have finished it, but makes her first unforced error of the match.
And out. 3-9.
And so far, Raneem El Welily just not being given the time on the ball that she needs to use her hold, to play her shots.
There's been no space around the ball. Nicol has just kept it out of the middle channel and not left her any time to use her holds or her feel. She's forcing that one in, and she's going to get punished for it. She's really just trying, instead of being patient, trying to weather the storm, she's trying to force it in there. A little too early.
Down 11-3.
There it is.
To Malaysia. They lead 1 game to
Game
love.
to the world number 1, Nicol David.
So Nicol David takes that first game, 11-3 in just 7 minutes. So after those first opening rallies, quite a quick game from then on. And Raneem putting the service return in the tin on game ball. And that's something I've seen her do quite a lot actually in the past, where she feels like the game is gone and she gives it away a little bit too easy, and I'd like to see her not consolidate quite so quickly. You know, even if you feel like a game might not be able to be won, there's still a lot that you can do to put pressure on your opponent, just to give them a little message that you're not going to lie down too quickly.
Great point. I mean, I'd like to see her stick in, and that's what turns things around for the next game. She obviously didn't find her rhythm, didn't find her movement or length, but she's got to dig into those legs, make that first lunge, show her that she can make a few gets, and then her legs will open up and she'll start getting on the ball a little earlier. So yeah,
you can get momentum back, can't you? Even though the game you might still lose the game, you can switch the momentum and you take that into the second game then.
Very much. I mean, we saw that happen in the World Open final with the men when Ramy was
15
down
seconds.
1-all and big in the third, and he just kind of stuck in at the end of the third and hung around, but didn't get all the way back. But that gave him confidence to sort of come out storming in the fourth, and he turned the match around and won the World Open.
And it's a great feeling when your opponent puts that last ball in the tin off serve like that, and Nicol be coming into this second game full of confidence.
Now with the break, the ball is going to settle a little bit. It's going to get a little cooler. So maybe Raneem will find her shots early, try to turn this match around. But generally when you get that first loose ball in a glass court after a break, you want to take it in short because the ball sort of settles down, and it's for the first 2 or 3
Malaysia
points,
leads
the
1
ball's
game to
quite dead
love all.
until it heats up again.
So Nicol's going to be looking to lengthen out these first few rallies.
If I was her, yeah, I would want to wind up the pace. Again, both good striking. That was a little early on the drop.
1 love.
So the footwork wasn't there. You know, she forced a loose length, but she didn't move her feet to hit that from where she wanted it.
And Nicol's tee position is so far forward.
There it is. That was better footwork. She stepped into that volley drop as opposed to the last one.
And out 1-all.
Yeah, you're right. Her tee position is very high. She knows where Raneem wants to take the ball.
She's expecting her to go in short on the volley, so she's already up to her shoulder by the time she's hitting that shot. So if Raneem can just push a few back and get her a little bit uncertain whether she's going to go short or take it back again, and she's got the ability to do that, to hold and then to push the ball down the wall. And I'd like to see her use that a little bit more.
Absolutely. You want to push the girl's tee position back, especially Nicol, who's jumping on that short ball. You've got to just hold, keep it to the back, get in front, win on positioning, and then when you have a body on her, then you can play the drop shot. If she's free to run, Nicol is so quick, she's going to get right up there and punish you.
So the
crowd cheering the volunteer on to find the ball lost in the stands.
I can see someone using a torch behind the
They've
stands.
enlisted the club pro. They're going deep for this one. Matt Easingwood.
I'm going to throw in another ball.
Oh, Nicol can't be happy with this. She seems to accept it. But when you got such a rhythm going, changing balls is just a crusher.
But there will be a little bit more speed possibly in the new ball, which
who do you think that would favor? A quicker ball?
I think it would favor Nicol.
I agree.
She likes rhythm. She likes to play at a fast pace.
Good racket hit speed, good foot speed. Seems like a bit of a rocket, actually.
I think they've given up the search. So we'll be playing with a new ball.
Let's
1-all in the second game.
Let's hope Raneem doesn't give up as easily as the search party for that ball.
Egypt from the left, 2-1.
Great width, great length. Sprayed that one. Good hold, hook, cross court from Raneem. Both girls with very tidy width and length.
And this is much better from Raneem, being a little bit more patient.
And Nicol.
Oh, what a great forehand.
Remarkable shot.
And
She
now
had the
2-all.
volley on the backhand, and she elected to hold and push one more deep, and that gave her the easier forehand volley than the backhand volley. Raneem would be served well to take a page out of that textbook. Here it is again, the forehand drop.
Out. And out 3-2.
And a rare unforced error from Nicol David. Haven't seen too many of them so far.
Here it is, the loose ball. Oh, she needs to put more pressure on that. Step through that backhand.
Down. 4-2.
Oh, great three-wall nick. Couple kind of
5-2.
odd points. Not overly well constructed, but points nevertheless, and she's got a 4-2 lead, so that'll give her confidence.
So this is where Raneem needs to be extra diligent.
That was a good hold. That forehand straight length.
Don't give any easy points away. She's got a nice 3-point cushion.
Oh, lucky. Another one. What a great rally. I mean, that was a great shot from Nicol, cross-court Nick.
And out 3-5.
It wasn't the worst backhand drop shot actually from Raneem, and went straight across the court into the nick.
That's it, but it's so hard to leave the ball short when the ball is running through the court. So when you're taking that drop in, when it's running along the wall, even if it's an inch above the tin, it runs pretty deep. And with Nicol's quickness, she was able to get on it and just carve it into the nick. No big deal.
No let.
And I didn't think she'd get a let there. That was a great forehand, just dying into the corner.
And out 6-3.
So this is much better from Raneem El Welily.
There's the boast. I think that's what we haven't seen much this game,
Yeah,
with Warner
4-6.
the first game outright. I believe that's the first boast I've seen from Nicol this game.
She played a few of those short boasts from the front in the first game, and that were very effective.
4-6.
And even the forehand from the back, just dragging her up there and kind of opening up the court. And it allows her to use her speed. I'd like to see Nicol do more of that. She needs the play to be a little more open because she's going to beat her with athleticism. So you don't want it to be shut down, straight up and down the wall squash, because then that happens. Beautiful.
And out 7-4.
Hold. Good choice. Making Raneem work for that one. Great width and length. It's the easy one in the middle. Doesn't force that drop in. That was the right pace.
And that was a great rally from the Egyptian,
8-4.
showing that she's capable of being patient, waiting for the opportunity. Good structured rally.
She's losing the length battle right now.
9-4.
Great control by Raneem. Very impressive. She just puts a little hesitation on each one of her swings, Raneem, and then accelerates beautifully with the hand through the ball, like that. Again. So much variety. Beautiful finish with the head fake. Paying homage to Mark Challoner with the head fake forehand down the wall. It's an inside joke for guys in my era.
So
Hand out 5-10.
5-10, 5 game balls for the Egyptian in this second game.
She say she's one of the top ball bouncers in the game. She does that very quickly.
She does. And Raneem needs to
6-10.
just hang in here. Don't give any points away. She's played so well to get to this stage of the match.
This is a little bit of the difference that we were
7-10
talking
game ball.
about. She was down 10-4. She's dug in here, and she's got herself back to 7-10. It's just giving herself a little bit of confidence to get ready for the next game. She's probably not going to make the full comeback, but she's digging deep. She's not giving this game away.
Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about, and it's so important. And Raneem has played Nicol often enough to know that the game is not over until you've won that last point.
Nicol really just does so many things right. I'd have to liken her to the Roger Federer of squash, because nobody could ever say a bad word about Nicol. She's got everybody in the world likes this girl. She does every detail right, greatest attitude, and there's so few people like that. It's almost irritating.
I know. Don't you just hate people like that?
She's
Awful.
phenomenal.
Someone that you'd love to hate, but you just can't.
Just can't. Her and Roger.
This, the longest rally of the match so far, I think.
Yeah, and a very important one. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Top spin forehand drop.
Incredible athleticism there from Nicol David. And she's giving a great example of how not to consolidate. She was 10-4 down in this game.
11-8.
And even though she's eventually lost at 11-8, she still sends a message to Raneem that there'll be no easy points. Nevertheless, Raneem El Welily has taken the second game 11-8 in 13 minutes. Longer game. And it's 1-1 in this first match of the semi-final.
That was some very high quality squash. I was very impressed. I haven't seen anything like that this week. Both girls are finding their groove. First game, it was pretty one-sided. That game was much better. I would like to see Nicol go back to how she started, adding a few more boasts and trying to twist turn Raneem, playing up and down the wall and just to the back. Makes for a difficult opposition, but it was certainly very impressive, very tight squash, and then able to play all four corners as well. Not just tight length, but able to drop, counter drop, lob.
And Raneem just showing there that she's prepared to do what it takes to play those longer rallies, be patient where she needs to be. And an area that she has improved on. She is the number 3 in the world, and you don't get to that position by just hitting winners, especially against players like Nicol David.
No. Raneem is the real deal. She can play all parts of the court. Great at controlling the middle, great sense of the racket face and the opponent and the whole space. She's really what they call a natural.
And she's such a laid-back individual, both on and off the court, that it can sometimes seem like the desire isn't there, at least not to the same degree as someone like Nicol David, but I guess that can be quite deceptive. Just because you don't show it doesn't mean that it's not there.
No, absolutely, and it's got to get in the opponent's head when you're just so ice cold. And every player deals with all of that stuff differently. You know how you manage your emotions and the stress of it, but you better believe she's feeling it the same as the next girl. I mean, this is just the way she manages it. Great shot. Nicol had a lot of opportunities to really twist turn Raneem, and I think she hasn't been using them. That boast has to come back. Raneem has found her groove, so you've got to try to find ways of unsettling her.
Just clipping the tin there.
And out 1-all.
Yeah, she's possibly become a little bit passive, do you think, Nicol?
Just one-dimensional. I think the intensity is still there, and she's still moving well, hitting the ball hard, good length.
Not
There's
enough variation.
Not enough
Yes,
to the front corners.
1-all.
Not enough twisting and turning her, because she wins in the athletic department. So she needs to make it that type of a game. There it is. That boast was. If she followed it up, it was over. I just didn't think she expected her to get that back.
She was watching it fall into the net.
She thought that was dead. But that was the play, right? A little change of direction.
And great start to this third game. Very competitive squash. Both girls showing why they are the number 1 and 3 in the world.
That's great footwork. Such a beautiful cross off the left foot. That takes so much strength and balance. Reaching behind on the backhand. There's one from Raneem and gets the winner off of it. A little lucky, but still a beautiful display of strength and accuracy.
And there's such an effortlessness to the way Raneem moves around the court and hits the ball. Takes a huge amount of training to make it look that effortless.
And she's gone away from there's the boast.
That has been so effective. And that's such a good example of how she can just suddenly disappear.
The amount of return to serve tins she's hit in this match for no reason. Once they get into the rally and she just starts relying on her great ball striking ability, she's in control of this match. But when she starts shooting too early, Nicol eats her up every time. She's got to be much more patient. And she's proven she can do it. It's a better choice. Unlucky.
And I think that mentally, maybe she just struggles with the kind of squash that Nicol forces her to play. She keeps her on there, forces her into long rallies, and I think physically she's capable of doing it, but mentally it's not the kind of squash that she wants to play. She wants quick fire rallies.
Agreed. I think it's an attention span thing. She is so used to getting rewarded so quickly that when things get long and tough, she gets edgy and bored out there, and she wants to make things happen when they need to be waited out a little long.
Yeah. Stroke to.
Jeez. That might have been a stroke, but it certainly took them an hour to decide it.
3-4.
No.
Just keeps her in touch. 3-4.
Do you like the 3-referee system?
I don't actually. I'll have to be honest.
It's a bit of a wild card, for sure.
I prefer the 1 referee, 1 marker system.
It's just hard to develop consistency with the 3-referee system. Great depth.
For all.
So no review system here at the World Team Championships, which is being used quite a lot.
That wouldn't be a WSF rule, would it? It's more WSA and PSA.
Exactly.
So. But over the years, WSF has had to compromise, changing their scoring from 9 to 11 to sort of unify the sport. Oh, good little hold there. Take it in. There's that boast. Opens her up, and she's back in the rally. Oh. She's got her working on this point. If she can keep this up, she's beautiful. Wow, she went with a high risk half volley cross-court drop, came off, and then finished it on the very next shot. Nicol likes to see that. She lost that point, but if she keeps going with that, that is not going to serve her well.
That is the kind of rally that she'll actually be quite happy with. Even though Raneem got away with it that time, it's not the kind of squash that's going to win her this match.
No, it's just not sustainable. Nicol really starting to work Raneem. I think she's starting to feel it. Yeah. Wow, beautiful drop. Missed the forehand kill, but doesn't matter. She's working her, and that's what Nicol needs to see right now.
And Nicol David doing a lot of work here, but she thrives on moving around a squash court.
Oh, hit that.
Yes, let.
Oh, she had her pinned against the front wall. Just a simple straight length would have won her the point.
And
5-4.
that was a real opportunity there for the refs to take a line and make sure that players play on when there's plenty of room.
The let is the right call after a rally like that, though. You don't want to be sent a message from the referee. There was a chance she could have hit her, decided to call for a let, but
Really?
a simple lesson. And no let in that situation is just irritating because...
There was so much room there, though.
I agree. I agree. I mean, you could be justified in making that call, but...
And she was at the back. She was on the back end of the rally as well. It was almost a tactical call.
Yeah, she was tired and she didn't want to play it, but at the same time, nobody's arguing. Keep the referees uninvolved in the game. Simple yes, let, and let's play on. Oh.
And that is that incredible
Yeah,
ability that she
6-5.
does have, which is both her strength and also her weakness sometimes.
Such a beautifully struck cross-court nick. You almost think she'd have to pay Rami royalties on that one. Egyptian trademark, the cross-court nick.
And Nicol showing there that she is also more than capable of putting the ball away if
6-all.
given the chance. And the standard of squash has gone up in every game so far.
Very much so. We've seen some good squash this week, but nothing like this.
7-6.
And these are the rallies where Raneem just needs to dig in. No easy giveaways.
There's that boast, forcing the lob. If you know it's not an outright winner, it's putting miles on her legs and forcing her to do things like that.
There's no risk there.
8-6.
It's just a well-timed shot, just moving her into the corner, moving her around the court. And she's got the speed to cover those shots.
And you have to think those middle rallies where Nicol just
9-6.
made her work, broken her physically. Like those choices were, I think, from being tired.
Absolutely. And even though she wasn't always winning those rallies, they're paying off now.
That's it. Great stroke. That was a nice play. It was subtle by Nicol. She played a great length, but Raneem played a good defensive shot. Unforced error there. And Nicol just reset.
And out
She didn't try to
7-9.
keep the pressure going. She just reset and then lost the point. Great pick off the side wall. That was curling into the side wall and beautifully played.
Another great rally from both players.
That's going to be a stroke. Giving her
Stroke to Malaysia.
3 game balls.
And Raneem saying I cleared, but she didn't quite clear in time. And Nicol
10-7
awarded a
game
stroke,
ball.
which gives her 3 game balls.
Oh, caught the side wall, otherwise that was a winner. Great get. Tremendous scrambling from Nicol David. She wants this,
Incredible.
and she wants it on the first time. There's the post. That was a...
Stroke to David.
She gets the
Malaysia.
stroke, a little bit dodgy, but
7-7.
she obviously thought that
Two
was
games to
a double bounce. Nevertheless, 2 games to 1 for the world champion, or world number 1.
And it was quite even, that game, all the way up to 7-all, and then Nicol David really dominant towards the end, and possibly put a little bit too much work into the legs of Raneem El Welily. She takes that game 11-7, longest game so far, 14 minutes, and the world number 1 leads 2-1.
– 41 countries, over 6,000 athletes.
Whole world is watching us now. Let's give them something amazing. Incredible.
Tickets on sale now for the largest multi-sport games ever in Canada. The Toronto 2015 Pan Am Games.
Let's give them something amazing.
15 seconds.
The crowd here at White Oaks Resort getting treated to some phenomenal squash. And they're appreciative of it. Very knowledgeable crowd here. They host a lot of tournaments. Especially the guy in the green shirt in the front row.
And we've got quite a good crowd in for this match, unsurprisingly. And
Malaysia leads 2 games to 1. Malaysia to serve, love all.
an incredible lineup in both of these semi-finals. Actually, 9 out of the 10 top women on the WSA rankings are in these semi-finals. The only omission, Camille Serme, France just missing out on the semi-final.
But either way, you would have lost Annie Yao, so there still would have been 9 out of 10.
Say that again.
Never mind.
Yes, you're right. I got there in the end.
No worries.
And even the reverse post. Wrong
Reverse.
footing,
Down
Raneem.
1 all.
She just needs to boast more.
The reverse post even. Who's the guy with the best reverse post you've ever seen, or girl?
The girl with the best reverse post.
And out 2-1.
And is that like a badge of honor, or?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd like it.
You like it?
I'd take it.
It's almost a shot that you see 4th division squash because it works, but it's obviously working at the top level here today.
3-1.
So Raneem takes a quick lead, 3-1 in this 4th game. And Nicol will be looking to do similar things that she did in that 3rd game, get some long rallies going, put some work into the Egyptian number 1's legs.
Nice choice. She extended that rally there. Good length, got the easy one at the front, hold straight
And
drop.
out 2-3.
Absolute textbook.
And Nicol just waiting for a couple of spectators to take their seats. Shows the
There's
level
the
of
both.
concentration required. And
Great
she-
get.
Wow.
That succession of 3 beautiful shots. The boast, the kill, the volley nick.
3 all.
Taking that ball so early on every one of those shots. There was no time for Raneem to recover.
She made a phenomenal get on that kill, doing almost the splits.
Down. 4-3.
And there's the error, and the unforced error count quite significant. Very few unforced errors coming off the Nicol David racket.
What would you give the plus minus on that in this game? Say 14-5?
In the match so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, close to that actually, yeah. Nicol certainly hasn't made many, maybe 1 or 2 every game.
Good little hold. She's just working her around the court. Keeps up rallies like this. Raneem's going to put 3 or 4 in the tin. That's a little high on the boast. Good flick. Yeah, she's done. Not only she lose the point, she got worked. Call that the Tour de Court. Not quite as hard as the Tour de France, but it's pretty
5-3.
painful. Beautiful counter drop. Be a
6-3.
miraculous comeback, I think, from here. Tired, 3-6 down, 2-1. She's got the shots to do it. There it is. Right on cue.
And out 4-6.
And that lack of patience, that wanting to go short, possibly also coming from the knowledge that it's very tough to match Nicol physically in those longer rallies. So very tempting to go for some quick shots when you're breathing hard and you've been on the back of a few long rallies.
So true.
Down.
Oh,
And going too fine on that one.
And out 7-4.
And that's the pressure of the Nicol David speed.
oh. It's the first time she's thrown that one in there. Nicole's used
And
that
out
shot a number of
5-7.
times, but first time the Egyptian threw that one in there and wrong-footed her. (5-7) winning the service back, electing to take a little bit of time, try to get her breath back, make one last push at this game.
Yep, you feel that it's now or never.
Very much so. No. Nicol showing a bit of nerves there. Was the right shot?
6-7.
Just didn't stay through on that shot. What a shot. Was that down?
Ball goes in the tin.
And out.
It was definitely a high degree of difficulty. I
8-6.
thought she carved it in there. That would have been unbelievable, but
She
Oh,
does
we're-
love that faded shot, cross court, but possibly not a wise time to.
Down.
seen a few errors from both girls here at the end of this game,
Down
and
7-8.
very uncharacteristic of this phenomenal match.
And Nicol David, she does make the odd error, but I've never known anyone as good as her at recognizing the big points and recognizing those moments in matches where she just needs to keep the ball inside the lines.
That's beautiful, tight length.
And out
Raneem's got to
9-7.
find a way to use her racket work to pick that one off, though, and just play defense. It's too big of a point to make a racket error like that.
So Nicol David 2 points away from putting her country in the lead in this semi-final against favourites Egypt.
Great boast. The lob. Wow. Raneem, just such a great sense of the court. Good hands, so casual. Nicol just electing to hit cross courts and run. She's just hanging on for dear life. Raneem in complete control of this rally. This will hurt Nicol. Even somebody as fit as her will have trouble shaking this off if she gets done. And it looks like, oh, what a get!
I think it will hurt Raneem more if she loses this one.
Oh, absolutely. This is devastating. Oh. Oh, she couldn't get down for that drop. That could be a match turner. She was on the wrong end of that rally the entire time, barely making get after get, and instead of giving the point away, she tried to hang on, and that might cost her physically. Let's see what happens here.
And that's the first time we've seen some tired movement and any visible signs of fatigue from Nicol David, and be interesting to see whether Raneem recognizes that and how she goes into this next rally.
Straight in there, looking confident. Some of those gets were just gross. So hard. Raneem just needs to not make a mistake here. Try to keep working Nicol. Force Nicol to win this match. Good movement around the tee from both of them. Nicol takes a good volley in. Oh, gets the lucky bounce. Couldn't come at a better time. Sometimes champions are born good, some are born lucky. Nicol, on this occasion, is both.
And that gives her 2 match balls.
Out. Needless to say, this is big.
9-10.
9-10, Raneem still hanging in there. Nicol suffering. The adrenaline of a match ball should be able to carry her through physically, but good hold. Well, there's the boast. Would have been fitting for her to win it on that shot.
Stroke 2.
Oh my Lord! A match like that ends in a very controversial call. Raneem applauding. Very classy. Great sportsmanship. Great match. Wow. Look at this crowd appreciating some real quality tonight. 55 minutes for 4 games and all over the court, all 4 corners.
11-9.
What an amazing match to kick off this second semi-final. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please, for Raneem El Welily. Nicol, congratulations. What an amazing match. Absolutely the match of the tournament for me so far. Raneem, she played so well there, as you both did. Such
54.
a high quality. You must be delighted to win the first string match today.
Yeah, it's always a good win with Raneem. She's just so talented and so on the ball that whatever you do, she's just gonna do something new with that shot. So I just have to work really hard, and yeah, there was no errors from both of us. It was just great squash, and I'm really pleased to come out on the winning end.
So you've put your team 1-0 ahead in this semi-final, and this is where that order of play can become quite important, obviously, because you've put a bit of pressure now on the Egyptian team. They have to win both of the next matches to get into that final.
Yeah, just let them know that. Well, it's a great. I'm just so pleased to get this point for Malaysia, and whatever happens, we just want to give it our best, and I'm sure my teammates will do the same.
Okay, well, we'll see very soon. Thank you very much, Nicol. Ladies and gentlemen, the world number 1, Nicol David.
Thank you. Thank you.